So today, out here to show you how to do the muscle up. It's a lot easier than people make it out to be. It's really all technique. I went from not being able to do the muscle up to being able to do like 5 in a row, just by kind of doing the techniques. So that's why I'm out here freezing my castañas off to show you all how to do the technique for the muscle up. So let's get into it. I'm gonna break this technique down into 4 parts, starting with the grip, the swing, the snap, and then getting your chest over the bar. Once you learn these tips, you'll be able to use timing and momentum to kind of get over the bar, which will help you get your first muscle up or do more. And at the end, I'll give you a few exercises that helped me get a bigger back and increase my muscle ups. Let's start with the technique though. First up is grip. You want to have an over grip. You don't want to be just dangling from your fingers. This will make it harder to just do the pull-up, and getting over the bar, that transition part, will be a lot more difficult. So make sure you do an over grip, kind of like you're on a bike, you know, about to go vroom vroom, except for just keep it there, don't do the vroom vroom part. That's the best way I can explain it. This grip gives you a lot more power and will make that transition a breeze. The second tip is the swing. This one's often overlooked, but it's very important because we need the right path so we can get up and over the bar. A lot of people, when they try to do the muscle up, they just go straight up and down and they treat it like a pull-up. But the muscle up's different. You don't want to go straight up and down. You kind of want to make a C pattern. That way you're able to get your chest over the bar. To do this, we use a little swing. So if you want to just take a step back and then jump onto the bar and swing about a foot forward. And when you're at that peak of your swing, you also want to poke your head out, because this helps us build up for tip number 3, and we're going to use all that built up momentum to kind of swing ourselves over the bar. So tip number 3 is the snap, and this is when we're at that, you know, kind of floating point of our swing and we're about to swing backwards. That's when we snap it. We bring our head back, we tuck our knees, and we pull up as fast as we can. You want to be explosive with this. You want to treat it like an Olympic lift. When Olympians do an Olympic lift, they're not doing it slow and controlled, you know, they're really snapping it. And you want to be fast and quick. This will help you get up and over that bar and give you a lot more power. Aside from just moving it explosively, you don't want to just pull to your chin. You want to pull to your ribs and kind of treat it more like a row and less like a pull-up. This will also help you kind of get that C shape and kind of go around the bar. And if you're doing it right, it's going to feel more like you're floating and less like you're pulling. Once you kind of master the timing, momentum, and being explosive, it's going to make it like 10 times easier, and you're just going to kind of go whoosh, and you're really going to start to see a difference in how high you can go. And once you're pulling higher and higher, eventually you'll be at your chest, and that's when we get to step number 4, which is to lay your chest over the bar. Once we get here, we're in the home stretch. We can just push ourselves up, achieving that muscle up. But it's an important last step to remember. You want to kind of throw yourself over and kind of remember that in your head, because if you don't, then you're going to fall back down with gravity, and it's just going to be kind of an explosive pull-up, which is a great exercise, but we want muscle ups. We want to get all the way to the top. So lay your chest over the bar and you'll have it done. These little technique tips can really help you get the muscle up. And once you start doing muscle ups with momentum, you'll start to be able to develop strength and be able to move on to harder progressions like the strict form muscle up and the slow muscle up. You gotta be a little bit strong to do these ones. However, one way to get that strength is to train the muscle up. But if you're still struggling to get your first muscle up, or you wanna do more muscle ups and move on to the harder ones, these are the exercises that I do that have really helped me take my muscle ups to the next level and start to kind of rep them out a little bit better. Starting with the explosive pull-ups, which I kind of already mentioned, but it's a really great exercise and it helps you kind of get higher and higher, whether that's bringing your chest to the bar or your waist to the bar, and really get comfortable just kind of flying over that bar. Number 2 is jumping pull-ups. This one's great for learning that transition. And if you can't do muscle ups yet, it's a super beneficial progression to work your way towards it. You might want to get a lower bar than I was using in this example, or get like a stool or something, because I was really jumping for that. This one will help you though. This next one's also great for working on that transition, which can be the hardest part of the muscle up, and that's negative pull-ups. I believe if you work on the negative of a movement, you'll eventually achieve it. By working on these, you can really help yourself develop the strength for the muscle up through working on the negative portion. And if you get really good at this one, you'll eventually just kind of master the movement. The last one I got for you is my personal favorite. It's weighted pull-ups. Not only is this one great for aesthetics and really gives you that gorilla back, which is a huge plus, it also helps with your strength and helps you get higher on your pull-ups. Have you ever seen baseball players with the donuts? They swing and then they take the donut off and then they swing even faster. Or if you've ever had 50 pounds on you and tried to jump with that and then took it off, you probably jumped to like outer space. You know, pull-ups get a lot easier when you start adding more weight, and it helps make your body feel lighter, which is a huge plus for trying to get above the bar. Hopefully learning this technique helps you a little bit though, and these exercises help you get more muscle ups or your first one. If I missed any key tips, whether that's technique or exercises that could help, comment them down below. But that's all I have for you today. But thanks for watching. Have a great day. Peace.